He's just lying to me all the time.
Knock, knock.
Since when do you knock?
Look what I got.
That's not what I think it is it?
Andy actually pulled through.
No way!
I know.
Is that a new Ibanez?
I don't even know what's in there.
Why'd he give it to you and not me?
Frank dropped it off.
Frank knows where you live?
It's kind of scary. Sort of gangster style. I was like, I'm in trouble here. I owe somebody some money and don't break my legs. No, he didn't.
Lucky.
Just got a guitar instead.
What's the color?
I don't know, Steve. I told you I haven't looked at it yet.
You didn't tell me that.
Are you losing your mind or something? Too much Chinese food.
What's Chinese food got to do with it?
MSG. Told you that stuff's bad for you. Bad for your brain.
Well, then you definitely shouldn't be eating it.
I don't know. I only like it in...
You eat the tacos from Jack in the Box like 4 nights a week.
So?
Why haven't you looked at the guitar yet?
Well, I thought I would wait till I got here so we could look at it together for the very first time. And surprise each other. Well, I surprise you and you don't really surprise me. I'm more of a... We get surprised at the same time about something. You know, that's thoughtful. That's kind and that's cool of me to do that for you.
Okay, totally. Yeah. I wonder if you got the Steve Vai Ibanez or the Joe Satriani one. Do you like Steve Vai better than Joe Satriani? Because I do.
Not really. Are you ready to be amazed?
Yeah, man.
Whoa. A warlock? Is that what it's called?
Why'd we get one of those?
Because it's probably the coolest guitar ever. Duh. It's even Muppet Orange.
Well, you'll be giving it back.
Does it have powers?
You can tell Andy that until he gets you a new Ibanez, deal's off.
Why? I already got an Ibanez. It'd be cool to keep this.
It's disrespectful. The least he could have done was got us a good Warlock from the 80s. Or even a new one.
Warlock.
The new ones aren't that bad.
But what if this was made by an actual wizard?
It wasn't. It was made in the 90s, which means it was made in Korea.
How can you tell?
The insignia on the headstock looks like crap. The whole paint job looks like crap. That's a Korean paint job. There's no way it was made in Tijuana. That wasn't even made in California.
But my Ibanez is made in Korea. And it's like one of the best guitars ever. So maybe this is too.
Different factories, though.
Maybe guitars made in Korea are the creme de la crop.
Plus, isn't it hard to slide your hand up and down a painted neck?
Well, it depends on the paint. But why does that matter to you?
Let me call Andy right now. I'll tell him to come pick it up and bring us something else.
Okay, just calm down, Steve. Calm down, okay? We just got a free guitar. Maybe we should try it out first. See if we like it.
We're not a metal band. Unless metal is all you play, you have no business owning a Warlock.
Oh, look at the yin-yang on the back.
Whoa.
I always loved these. I had a hat with one on it once. I wore it until it fell apart. Now I got a yin-yang again.
The yin-yang Warlock.
The universe is giving us a sign, Steve. Okay? Yin-yang's back. That means balance. Something that you lack.
Okay.
And I have completely.
Never mind then.
Under control.
I guess that settles that.
So we're keeping it.
I don't think we have a choice now.
Yes!
I haven't seen a yin-yang symbol since the 90s. If that's not a sign from the gods of rock, nothing is.
Thank you, universe. Yes.
Stop getting so excited.
Whoa.
You shouldn't be this happy about a non-Ibanez or a non-Gibson guitar.
What?
You only play Ibanez and Gibson. Take have, always will.
I don't think you know guitars very well. That's my...
I know tons about guitars.
It's my feeling. It's just, it's my take, my pickup on your energy. You don't really get the guitar.
Do you think that if you...
Like I do.
Just keep insulting my intelligence, I'm not going to defy an obvious sign from the rock gods? I've made purely illogical, emotional-based decisions before. Don't think I won't do it again.
No way.
You're right, though. I can't take that chance. Not when we're this close to our album coming out. So you might as well try it with this. Here, Floyd finally came through.
Oh, sweet! A Metal Zone pedal? Where did he find this? This thing is rare, man.
Not in any stores.
Because I've been in
That's for sure.
tens of pawn shops around town looking for this thing, and I cannot find it anywhere.
Obviously, he didn't find it in a pawn shop. Floyd's been using the internet since, like, the 80s.
This is the best day of my life.
I think he said he found it on Greg's list.
I knew those manifestation courses were going to pay off. Only $1,000, and it's totally working.
I'm confused, though.
Namaste.
Why didn't Andy get you one of those new Ibanez's like we agreed on? They're so cool.
Well, I actually might know why that happened. I was having a conversation with Andy, and I kind of got a little bit excited about wizards. I was talking about wizards and warlocks and wenches and witches and that kind of thing.
Damn it.
And I was getting a bit lost in my fantasy. Maybe when I said warlocks, he got a little confused and he was thinking that we wanted a warlock guitar. I think that's what happened.
Only you would have a conversation about warlocks and have it not be about the guitar.
Oh well. I mean, it's a happy accident.
Well, I hope you didn't just screw us.
What do you mean?
Dave Mustaine used to play BC Ridge. He blames it for all his bad luck because that's what he was playing when he got kicked out of Metallica. And then a few years later, Chris Poland stole it and sold it for drug money. And Dave Mustaine fired him, and then he made Rust in Peace.
Yes.
After he didn't have the guitar anymore, his bad luck was over. And he hasn't played one since.
Yeah, but didn't Dave Mustaine play the BC Rich bitch? Not the warlock. So, this is totally different. It's way better. And I thought he got rid of it because people started calling him the B word for crying about Metallica, saying that he was a bitch because he plays one.
That was my original theory. But I think my new theory's better.
So if Metallica hadn't kicked out Dave Mustaine, do you think they would have become like a super band? With all the powers of Megadeth and Metallica combined?
I used to think so.
I think they might have been.
I remember when I was a kid and I first heard the story of Dave Mustaine getting kicked out, I wished it hadn't happened for that very reason, because then Metallica would be some sort of a super band. But then I realized, if they never fired him, there would be no Megadeth.
Maybe it wouldn't have even mattered. Imagine Metallica being even bigger than they already are. Already, like, everybody thinks of Metallica as the Beatles of heavy metal.
I've never heard that.
But if you take the biggest metal band of all time and combine them with the, well, maybe not second biggest, but like third, fourth, fifth biggest metal band of all time combined, then maybe they could be the Beatles of metal.
It never would have worked. Dave Mustaine, Kurt bless him, he's got an ego the size of King County.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That's gotta be the reason he kicks the rest of his bandmates out every few years.
Besides, you can come up with all kinds of hypothetical stuff for that. Kerry King was in Megadeth for a bit. What if he had stayed? Dave Mustaine asked Dimebag Darrell to join the band in Pantera's early days. And Dimebag said he would only join if his brother Vinny could come along and play the drums. But Dave said no, because he already had a drummer. And that ended up being a good thing, because if that had happened, we never would have got Pantera. But imagine how badass Megadeth would have been with the Abbott brothers.
Hey, Abbott!
Stop it.
Sorry.
Who do you think has more staying power, Metallica or Megadeth? Both got soft in the late 90s, but now they're both back to their thrash metal roots.
Well, Dave Mustaine never cut his hair.
Good point. Edge, Megadeth. And you know, even though Black Album was Metallica's best-selling album and also one of the best-selling albums of all time, I would say that Megadeth had the better decade in the 90s.
Yeah. How do you explain that?
Well, a year before the Black Album came out, Megadeth released Rust in Peace, which, as you remember, wasn't exactly nothing to sneeze at.
Forgot about Rust in Peace.
Everyone does, because it got overshadowed by the Black Album, but it's Megadeth's most successful album to date.
I remember playing Street Fighter a lot with that playing in the background.
And it would probably be on most people's heavy metal album Mount Rushmore.
Would be on mine.
It wouldn't be on mine, but only because Peace Cells would be there instead.
Well, if it's got Vic Rattlehead on the album cover, you can probably be pretty sure it's going to be a cool album. Otherwise, they're taking a big risk.
Yeah, risk sucked. But we don't need to make fun of it here.
You don't get it?
People have been doing that since it came out.
Not me. I liked it. And then, maybe a year later, I heard everyone else making fun of it, and I was like, oh, I'm supposed to hate it. Okay, good to know.
But ever since then,
now I hate it.
You can always rely on Megadeth to put out a rockin' album like every 5 years or so. And don't believe this stuff about them quitting now. They've quit 2 times before.
Exactly.
Megadeth always comes back. Hey, remember when they put out this badass coffee table book?
But you don't have a coffee table.
Lots of Megadeth fans don't have coffee tables. It's never stopped Dave Mustaine before. And imagine if I did have a coffee table.
That'd be sweet.
And somebody came over and saw this book sitting on it.
You should get a coffee table.
And I have Peace Cells playing on the stereo in the living room as background music.
Coffee table background music.
And I got T-bones cooking on the barbecue.
That's a good idea.
And I got a Tout Le Monde beer. And Vic Rattlehead is mowing the lawn.
Right. Your dream house is all Megadeth stuff? What about Alice in Chains?
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is way too much Megadeth.
Are you a Megadeth metal fan or a Mega grunge fan?
Remember when I went through that Megadeth phase? I'm lucky I got out of it. That is a cool book, though, as far as books go. I still remember the first day I saw it at Dave's.
Wait, you were at Dave Mustaine's house?
No.
When?
Dave's Records.
Oh, the record store.
Yeah, you were there.
Didn't you pay like $150 for that book?
$250.
For a book?
Plus tax.
Loser.
What? It's more of a decoration than a book.
Oh. Yeah, well, to spend money on decorations, that makes way more sense.
Hey, what do you think was the best year for thrash metal?
I don't know. You're the one who's obsessed with thrash metal.
Yeah, I've thought about it lots.
Does it even matter, Steve?
I'd have to say it's 1986. 1986 was to thrash metal what 1991 was to grunge.
86. We were only 3 years old. I was out in the field. There was butterflies and grass, and I was just running around.
Your childhood sounds like a Blind Melon music video.
And I feel so bad for you, Steve, that you didn't have that when you were a kid. You were just cooped up in a little cage on the television.
No complaints here. I was raised on MTV.
Like a pig in a cage.
No.
On antibiotics.
I only had antibiotics for the ear infection.
But I was out frolicking in nature and living life to its fullest.
Well, while you were frolicking, thrash metal was seeping into my subconscious 3-year-old mind. And I say 1986 was the greatest year strictly because of the contributions from Metallica, Megadeth, and Slayer. Anthrax didn't have an album that year.
Yeah, I'm not the greatest at math yet. I'm still learning. But I'm pretty sure that 3 is greater than 1.
And the albums that all 3 of those bands released that year are arguably their best albums. Case in point, Metallica's Master of Puppets.
Oh yeah, no argument there, buddy.
I still like Ride the Lightning better.
Master!
I've never met anyone who agrees with me.
That's a good one.
And Slayer's Rain and Blood.
Possibly some argument there to be had.
Yeah, we always preferred Seasons in the Abyss, but
I don't know if it was the best ever. It was second best, maybe, for you.
Rain and Blood did come first.
It was good, though. It was good.
And Megadeth's Peace Cells, but who's buying?
Argument. What about Rust in Peace? We were just talking about it.
I do agree that Rust in Peace is everybody's favorite Megadeth album, but everybody's second favorite one is Peace Cells. And that's my first favorite. So we'll give them this one.
Who does?
All of us.
Us?
And there weren't just albums from 3 of thrash metal's big 4 in 1986.
Yeah, we could give it. We could give her.
There was also Motorhead's Orgasmatron.
We'll give it. We'll give her.
Which was nowhere near as good, but
That's for sure.
it was still pretty good. And Iron Maiden's Somewhere in Time was, I don't know, nothing special, but it's worth getting for the art on the album cover alone.
So all this stuff was right before our local Seattle scene took off. So pretty much nothing awesome came out that year, right?
Well, yeah, everything I talked about was awesome. But it was also awesome for the Seattle scene too. Screaming Trees had their debut album, and Melvins had their debut EP.
Oh, okay. That is pretty good.
With two hugely influential releases like that, one could make the argument that 1986 was the biggest year for music in Seattle until 1987, when Nirvana formed.
Huh, yeah. So, well then, what was cool in the mainstream that year? Probably Madonna?
Yeah. Papa Don't Preach was her big hit that year. I liked it better when Ozzy's daughter covered it.
That version sucked even worse than the original.
I had this weird crush on Kelly Osbourne back then.
Steve, get your ass out of your face, and then maybe you'll be able to think better.
Scott, when you're right, you're right. Everybody made fun of me for that. I was clearly wrong.
What else?
Berlin's Take My Breath Away.
What's that song again?
The other song from Top Gun. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. That Danger Zone song has stood the test of time way better. Highway to the danger zone. And that Huey Lewis song, Stuck With You, was pretty popular. Gonna take a ride into the danger zone. Oh, I was getting ready to sing backup. That was cool. But worldwide, the biggest hit that year was Rock Me Amadeus by Falco. Hell, the humans about to escape. The paws off to you damn dirty ape. Can't play the guitar anymore? Of course you can, well I couldn't before. Come and help me, Dr. Zayas, 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 Dr. Zayas. Oh, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Were you singing that Planet of the Apes version from The Simpsons?
Oh.
It's Amadeus, not Dr. Zayas.
No.